The Great African Seaforest stretches for 1,000 kilometers on the shores of southern Africa. It's home to thousands of species. But if you want to go diving here and see the legendary sternbras, the black mussel cracker, the red stump nose, like your grandmother would have, today you need to dive in the aquarium. Every generation is inheriting an impoverished natural world. If we have any hope of regaining the wonder, it lies in our marine protected areas.
A marine protected area is a special and unique area along the coast or in the ocean that supports a wide diversity of marine life and an abundance of marine habitats. It also has a designated legal status and is managed to make sure that the activities in that marine protected area are sustainable, and the benefits that we get from the marine protected area are there for people as well as for nature.
South Africa is ranked third in the world for marine endemism. That is, species that are found only here and nowhere else. Species like the tuberculate cuttlefish, the pajama shark, the red sternbras, to name a few. Our rich terrestrial biome and marine ecosystems combine to make the Table Mountain National Park marine protected areas unique.
In Table Mountain National Park Marine Protected Area, it's a multi-use area, and we've got two different zones. We've got a very big controlled zone. It stretches all the way from Muizenberg around the Cape Peninsula to Mully Point. And in this zone, you're allowed to fish and harvest with the necessary permits, but there's no big industrial activities around. So you're not allowed to mine, seismic surveys, aquaculture, long lining. And then we've got 6 no-take zones or restricted zones. And these are smaller areas within the controlled zone where no fishing or harvesting is allowed, but recreational activities are allowed.
We have already lost about 90% of our rock lobsters and our abalone populations. And we have dwindling fish stocks. And now our only hope are the populations in our marine protected areas.
Marine protected areas are very important because they provide a safe space for marine life, such as the fish and the sharks, where they can breed, and a nursery for the young. They also play an important role in restoring the exploited species by providing them a safe space so that they can be able to grow and reach their adulthood without any disturbance. They are also essential in conserving heritage sites and promoting environmental education, research, and monitoring.
Healthy kelp forests protect our coasts from storm surges. Their economic benefits are immense. By repopulating the surrounding oceans, they future-proof our fishing industry and are a major contributor to the tourism sector.
At the moment, South Africa has 41 marine protected areas covering 5.4% of the coastal territorial waters. And then if we include the Prince Edward Islands, which are offshore, that goes to 42 MPAs covering 15.5%. Science has really shown us that for us to continue to get the benefits from the ocean, we need to protect at least 30%. And so South Africa is fully committed to reaching that target. Its aim is to try and get 0.5% per year and try and get to 30% by 2036.
While the words marine protected might sound like the exclusion of people's rights, they are crucial for all people. They're like a savings account in a bank to help build the future of our children. They should be called marine regenerative spaces. These are the spaces that allow for the ocean to thrive. And if the oceans thrive, we thrive. The oceans control our weather systems, they absorb excess carbon, they produce most of the oxygen we breathe, and they feed billions of people around the world.
What people can do, one is to be aware and to abide by the closed areas. As I've mentioned, the sanctuary areas, and use the controlled areas. The seasons, there's also the bag limit and the size limit. That will help for the fish population to recover. 2 is to be involved in the beach cleanup.
And people should follow the SASSY seafood card. This card color codes the species, with green being sustainable and red being fish we shouldn't consume. We should all support the creation of marine protected areas, SANParks, and the scientists who work in them.